Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of JamBox Listens. Or maybe Jimmy Taps In. I don't know. I'll come up with a better name soon. Put something in the comments if you have an idea. But let's go ahead and get into it. As always, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And with that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. But now let's go ahead and get on into it. Y'all, thank you so much for sending in tracks to last episode was cool. This one's going to be good for sure. And I've got just about enough for the next one. But let's keep sending them in. I'll put a link down below, as well as it's all over Instagram and such. But getting into it, we've got some cool tracks coming up. Let's get into the first one. This is What They Want by Lonzo Banks.
She like to find the things you can tell by the way she talk. Any given moment she be screaming what she want, what she want. Attitude like that cannot be taught. You better pay attention, man, it's always what they want. Like to find the things you can tell by the way she talk. Any given moment she be screaming what she want, what she want. Attitude like that cannot be taught. You better pay attention, man, it's always what they want. She had a vision for me, I got a vision too, but took my time to see it clearly. And y'all be stuck in blurry.
All right, and we're back, and we are coming in hot. Lonzo's out the gate swinging on that one over a very, very bass-heavy version and no scrubs. Like, there's no misdirect in the intro. They let you know exactly what's happening right from the start. And, I mean, he doesn't waste any time either. He just gets right into it and just gasses from start to finish. Super solid track. Thank you for sending it in. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track's called Fuck the World by Systematic Collapse.
And you're trying to get one graduation and you're not done yet. 100 years, play what you want, writing will follow everywhere you go.
All right, we're back, and we're changing it up early this time. I don't get to talk about ska a lot on the show, so this was a fun change up, and it's a cool track. Like, it starts out with that super fat bass line, followed by those huge drums, and then everybody kind of jams out for a minute, and then the vocals come in, and the circle is complete. And from there, it's just a super solid jam. I will say I was a little surprised at how sparse the horns were. I really kind of expected a little more, but they were so tastefully placed that it just really rounds out the track in a really cool way. So super fun one. Thank you guys so much for sending it in. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. Next up is Watching It by Valkyrie.
Touch me until it does one day. I know how to get.
All right, we're back with another lady fronted track. Shout out to Valkyrie. And this one's cool. I really like the sound. It's very like late 90s, early 2000s alt, and it's very dense, a little thicker, a little broody, but the pacing on this is perfect. From like start to finish, it just moves flawlessly so that you get through the whole thing and really take in the experience along the way. And I don't know if live in the track and first that it was like done at a show or like just all in one setting, but either way, it's super tight. It's played really well. So big fan. Thank you guys for sending it in. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track coming up is called Big Checks by Bobby Bars featuring Swiggle Mandela.
When I was made, it was a limited edition.
I was born a VIP, y'all got the general admission. For sure, I had to struggle, didn't live in good conditions, but I still found a way to bring my dreams to fruition. Look, stay getting paid, I'm on a more money mission. Could put you up on game, but I'ma need me.
All right, we're back, and we have a powerhouse track to talk about right now. I mean, first of all, Big Bad Bobby Bars, 2 R's, 1 Z, don't get it twisted, and Swiggle Mandela, 2 powerhouses from the Pacific Northwest, come in and laying it down. I mean, the beat is super funky. I love the synth. I love the guitars. And I feel like even though it's a little sparse, it's only because it's got to make room for all of the bass, which is so fat. And then Bobby comes in, murders the verse. And I mean, the hook is super catchy. That might be one of my favorite hooks. It might be one of my favorite Bobby Bars tracks. Personally, it's a super cool one. Thank you guys for sending it in. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next one's called Waiting for You, featuring Lux by I Hate You, Jason. All right, we're back. First of all, shout out to Jason. He was one of the first people I interviewed in Seattle. So this is a really fun full circle moment. And this track is cool. It's just steeped in nostalgic sounds. I mean, it's like very like alt pop grunge, I want to call it, but it's more than that. It's catchy, it's angsty, and I personally love the middle portion where like the vocals have a bit of auto-tune because they didn't change up the track itself to like make it fit, but they did it in such a fitting way and it added something really special. Actually, I really like that track and it's part of a full album called I Love When You Breathe. So definitely go check it out after you're done with this episode. Thank you for sending it in. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track's called But I've Tried by Mackenzie Joy.
This far, I pray to your unholy spirit. Uncover my deepest scar for something lovely and horrific. I couldn't hate you if I tried. Call it the artistry of suffocating. I couldn't hate you if I tried. You could make it.
All right, we're back with another lady-fronted experience. Shout out Mackenzie Joy. This one's a cool one and possibly the longest song that's been sent in yet, coming in at 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Whew. But with good reason. This track is an adventure. Like it starts out very simple, very sparse. There's little horns and everything kind of setting the scene. And then everything but the bass drops out and the vocals come in. And that's the moment where I knew that this was going to be something special. And it definitely was. As the song goes on, each part of it just feels like a different chapter of a really good book. The progression of the song, the choice of the sounds all over the place, the way the vocals sit, everything is just really engaging. And I can hear a lot of influences of different things like rock, folk, country, pop, alternative, but it doesn't feel like it's closed into any of those boxes. It's just a really well-rounded experience. And if this is part of an album, Mackenzie, please come back and do a tuned in episode because I'm ready. It'll be wild. Thank you so much for sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track is called If They Wanted by Hyperbeam.
Before I let you in to fuck me up and you left me here to die. It's really nice when it's convenient, yes I know, but it's hard to find the time when you're out here letting go. Push your dagger through the dark and maybe find my arteries, because all I ever wanted was for you.
All right, we're back. And this is going to be a fun one to talk about. Like the emphasis on the energy of this performance is huge. I mean, there's clearly a focus to the delivery as well, but the drive that was there, the way it was captured was done really well because it's very catchy. It's very much a like pop punk song. Like in the world of today where we're doing a lot of like genre blending and trying to like add elements of this and that. It is kind of cool every now and then to hear just like this very straightforward approach to what's trying to be achieved. So definitely nailed it. Super, super cool track. Thank you so much for sending it in. Now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track's called AWOL by Alex FG.
Pocket watch like 8 balls. Stick with y'all like paintballs. Bitch, I'm not a bankroll.
With my knees some tens, double C my bitch, double D a tit size, but she be legit. Rockin' cheetah print, she a monster eating dick. They like who that he be him. I'm like Katie, I'm the Slim Reaper. It's been getting grim and it's too bad cause I been filthy since an infant, since you was watching Ben 10. Bitch, I need my chicken. I got shawty finger licking when she swallow all my kids and then she reasoned.
All right, we're back. And this one's cool. I'm actually pretty stoked to talk about this because it's got a lot of layers to it. I mean, first of all, it opens up with a super solid intro. Those pitch down vocals are a vibe. It all just kind of blends together and sets things up really nice. And then Alex comes in. He's cutting it up from the jump. And what I think is interesting is in the first verse, all the way up to the middle point where there's that one affected G, G, G. Other than that, there are no effects on the vocals. And even then, there's barely anything after. There's no layers, nothing really like emphasizing it. It's just kind of him doing it. And then after the hook, he comes back in the second verse and it's just all effects. Like the way that he puts it together, the way it is designed, it adds this melodicness, it adds this energy, and his delivery is super tight all the way through. He's really kind of giving it a lot. So there's a lot happening in this track for it only being like 2 minutes long. It's not a very long one. So all in all, it's put together really well. It really kind of maximizes every moment. So I just wanted to make sure that got pointed out because it's such a vibe that it's like easy to almost kind of miss the nuances of this one. So thank you so much for sending it in, man. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. This next one's called Christ Consciousness by King Tay in this bitch.
Look, you can stop that roar, but you can't stop my grind. As long as all my gears is turning, I know I got time to show my heart. Ain't a pacemaker and I'm authentic. The rhythm may be offbeat, that just shows it's all me. Right bundle branch block damage is what they called me since a preteen. Before I was ever diagnosed with these genes that fit comfortably. Now as I reflect on the old scenes, it seems I was stuck between my real life and a distant dream until I flipped that script. Though flow buster like flip mode, drop paint to collect more. Hurt feelings I can't tiptoe. Give us what's and change to walk off that plane.
All right, we're back. And this is what I'm talking about right here. King Tay came out swinging. I mean, first of all, the beat is real good. It's like ominous and chill. It's basically any water level in any Nintendo game you've ever played ever. And I gotta hand it to him. I mean, dude's flow is locked in. It's tight. It's dynamic. It's consistent. But each line has its own character and its own impact, making it almost like percussively melodic, which is really interesting and engaging. It's a super solid track, man. Thank you for sending it in. But I got one more for y'all. This next track's called Never Been the Same, featuring Edward Bernier by Raidski.
Nothing's been the same since I hit my limit. I've been trying to collect my energy for the next edition. I see it clearly like a gem, gotta keep it hidden. Missing when I didn't have a pot to piss in. Now the currency keeping me up at night like it's alerting me. Take my pick and dig until the diamonds start surfacing. Don't know the day we'll see an Armageddon certainly, but mama said the money might be murking me. My reply, the quest for cream is secondary. The first is me, keep my circle small but we'll be here for an eternity. Check my
All right, and we're back. Shout out to the dynamic duo, Raidski and Edward. They are a never miss doubleheader. And this track, as expected, does not disappoint. It's just, the beat, first of all, is quality. It's just so good. Very boom bappy for sure, but it's lively, it's fresh, and the bass is super good. It's like comfy. It's like a big old hug. But what I really appreciate is that even though their deliveries kind of exist in the same realm, their style is so different, but in the most complimentary way. So they each body their verses and then coming together at the end and just lock in. And it really gives this powerful emphasis towards the end of it. So it's a super cool track. Big fan. Thank you guys for sending it in. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. As always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. I don't know where they are, but you do. And I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ron Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And now I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here. This has been another exciting episode of JamBox Listens, and we're signing off. Later, y'all.
Keep jamming.